When I am convinced that China is doing great things for the world, it is my duty to come and to support China, because if I don't do it, I'm a liar. I think that Western imperialism is actually the only problem this planet has. What we saw in Hong Kong, for instance, is nothing new. It happened in every part of the world. I think the same thing was happening here in Hong Kong. Through your education, which is still very British, through certain media channels that are fully controlled by the West, through NGOs and governments from the West that are subsidizing riots. So interestingly, the older people who still remembered the occupation and brutality and humiliation, they didn't buy into this. But the young people who never experienced it on their own skin suddenly felt that there is something great about this Western experiment called freedom and democracy, which actually has nothing to do with freedom and democracy. It was never freedom of democracy for Hong Kong when it was colonized. It was humiliation, it was occupation. China, under the leadership of the Communist Party, is actually one of the most progressive countries on earth. It pulled out hundreds of millions of people out of poverty. Their city planning is just brilliant. It serves the people very well. There are mistakes, but mistakes are being addressed. If Chinese experiment, if Chinese system collapses, the whole world will collapse. This is the last hope we have as a humanity. I lived in Africa for 5 years. Before China came, people there were robbed of absolutely everything. The Western colonialists didn't build anything. Few railroads that were in total decay. Not even schools, decent schools or medical posts. China came and it started to work with the local people, building roads, building railroads, building hospitals. You know, they got rid of malaria through building medical posts, bringing containers of medicine, and without much talking about it. I saw China building roads in Kenya. We went to construction site to talk to the workers, African workers. They told me openly, they said Chinese are the first people who treat us like a human being. If we break the equipment because we don't know how to use it, they sit down with us and they explain how to use it actually. They don't penalize us. They gave us 3 times higher salaries without us even asking than what we were making there if we worked for Germans or anybody else. I'm 56 and I lived 15-20 lifetime and I enjoy my life tremendously. So I would love to live here until 90 or something. But I'm not gonna sit down and shut up. I am a communist, but modern days communist. So I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid to get injured. If I describe what is happening in the world, I'm protecting in many ways millions of people, and I have to do it because if I don't, I will just not be able to face the mirror in the morning. That's as simple as that.